What's going on, investors? AK from Fallible here. And you know, on this channel, I'm always talking about how important it is to have a trading plan. And you know, I'm talking about you need to have your entries, exits, and everything else in place before you jump into the actual trade. And most of the problems that traders have with managing their emotions and risk management all come from not having that plan in place. So in this video, I'm going to show you an example of my partner from Macro Ops, Tyler, and how he puts together a trade plan and executes it. The example that he's going to use in this video is with his Euro short. So you're going to see start to finish how all that is put together and executed. Enjoy.
The two most common frustrations that we get emailed in are risk management and emotional control. Now, those were also my two biggest frustrations when I was just starting off, and it's very, very common, so it makes sense why these are the two most emailed in things that we get. And in reality, though, both have the same easy fix that can take you 90% of the way there. It won't help you completely master these subjects, but this single thing will help you get 90% of the way, and all that is to simply plan. So, what do I mean by plan? I mean sketching out in detail components of the trade. So, for example, defining the reason we're even taking the trade in the first place. We need to make a hypothesis. Okay, if we don't have a hypothesis or an assumption for what's going to happen, then why even trade, right? We to make money in the market, we have to predict something that the market's currently not predicting. Then we need to determine what will negate your hypothesis. So when are we going to be wrong? Then the same thing for the profit side. When are we going to be right? What will validate our idea or our hypothesis? And then finally, we need to define how much we're willing to lose on a particular idea. You know, it's not 100% of your account. It's not 0.001% of your account. It's usually some number in between that, and that's very critical to find out. So when we construct these trades so it fits these parameters and it fits into this plan, this well thought out plan, that eliminates a lot of the risk management and emotional control issues. So once a trade goes off, all we need to do is execute and record results like a machine, and we bring a lot of the problems that people normally get in risk management and emotional control out of the equation. So here's a quick example of a trade I made earlier this year in one of the accounts, Macro Ops accounts. The hypothesis was that the Euro specs, so the speculators, were loaded very, very long. So the boat was loaded long from a positioning perspective. Draghi was making some dovish announcements, and the Euro was technically breaking down. So therefore, I thought the Euro should move lower to 1.1700 over the next 20 days. And I said, okay, my hypothesis is busted if the Euro moves higher to 1.2041. And if wrong, I wanted to lose 1% of my account. So now I have a well thought out plan. And here's what the trade looked like. This was back in October. I entered right here. Target was hit. And here was the area that the hypothesis was negated. If the Euro went to new highs, I would say, okay, maybe I'm not seeing something correctly in the Euro here, and I would just take the loss. But I have a pretty well-defined plan for what's going to happen in this trade before it occurs. So, boom, just with that simple plan, I have very little stress during the trade. You know, I already know what's going to happen. I roughly know how much I'm going to lose or win. And there's really nothing I need to do. I don't need to think about, oh, should I take the trade off, or what should I do, you know, in the next 20 days? Should I be stressing that, you know, it's going to hit a stop or not? No, it's the process. The well thought out process solves the risk management and the emotional control issues in one, and it just makes life a lot easier.
Okay, I hope you learned something from that, and if you did, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell for notifications of future videos. We publish about 3 a week on everything from trade case studies like this one to market research and everything else. So subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay fallible out there. Bye.